Well, I don't know what's up with this truck. So the other day, started it, worked fine. Then we started the other day, wouldn't start, no spark. Now today, I mean, it's running. I mean, it's idling. Okay, don't get me wrong, it's idling like crap. But it's running. Runs good, just idles like crap. So, all I did was I did the research online, and I was like looking, you know, you got the big red wire right there is the power in, tack, power out to the distributor, and then on the back side right there is the continuity. So I checked the power to make sure that it was getting power through when you turn the ignition on, and it was. So then I was like, okay. Then I checked the continuity. Let me turn this fan off. Not the continuity. I checked make sure the power was going through the coil. So power goes into the coil, power goes out of the coil. That was working. It's like, okay, so by myself. So it's kind of hard to check the continuity and check a lot of other things. So I was like, okay, the power's going into the coil, power's coming out of the coil. Went over, started it up, fired up. Again, doesn't like to idle, but that's beside the point. Like literally, I unplugged everything, checked it, plugged it back in, rechecked it, started it. I'm at a loss with that truck. I mean, like literally at a loss. I don't know. And then I wiggled wires, this and that, and I mean, like, you know, the wires going into the distributor, into the coil, all that kind of stuff. I sat and wiggled all of them. And I mean, it's got power. Oops, of course, I just touch it. Well, there it goes. Hit that button. So it's got power. So it's the alternator is doing its job. So it has plenty of voltage running through the system. But like, you know, wiggling the wires that go into the coil, because they come all right here. So all of them go into the coil and out of the coil, go back into here, then go back through the big wire harness and out into the back set. So nothing. Maybe that these just weren't plugged in. I don't know. RPMs are a little low. Temperature, you know, what was that, 260? And there it is. I don't know. I've had it running for, you know, it's been running for about 10 minutes. So it basically has just got up to that temperature. But it's running fine today. I have no idea. At all, no idea. All right, well, I guess like I discussed in the other day, because I did say today was going to be decent, because, you know, yesterday talked about, you know, which was in last Saturday's video about me getting in trouble. Well, today's the next day. It is clear right now. It is going to rain later this afternoon, because like right now, as you can tell, it's noon. Watch is broken, but it's supposed to start raining at 4. So in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and knock this out real quick, so that way I don't get in trouble So let me go out. That's just sitting here idling. I'm gonna go ahead and lay some pavers down. Okay. 2 days later. Did I get the truck yet? Truck's in the backyard. It's finicky as I don't know what. So it like starts one day, stops another day, doesn't run. I think there's sensors on this thing. So this thing has a crank position sensor and a cam position sensor. So 2 sensors on the motor. And I think maybe one of those are bad, because I don't think the distributor's bad. I don't think the coil, well, I mean, they both work. So the coil and the spark plugs, coil and the distributor work on this. So I think that it's maybe one of the sensors. Both, one's like 10, 15, the other one's like right around 20. So we might go ahead and replace both of the sensors on this and see if that works. Because like I say, some days it's good, some days it's not. So maybe one of the sensors are bad. That because the sensors on this are what drives the coil and all to turn on, even though the coil always has power. And who are you? I don't have an animal. But anyways, those sensors drive the power on this thing. So this cat is like, I don't know where this cat came from. So we're probably going to replace them sensors. I don't want to buy a new distributor and a new coil yet, just because I think the sensors might be bad. I've done some research and people say that them sensors go out, cause it not to spark, not to run. So we're gonna go ahead, we'll get those ordered here in the next couple days. All right, next thing is we are going to get on here and organize underneath this, because I want to put the Honda underneath. We're not going to go this way as of right now, because I need to do more modification, which I talked about in a previous video, which is redoing this setup, making it a little wider, making it deeper, this and that. So right now, lawnmower over, and slide the Honda in right in the middle. So I guess with some YouTube magic, we'll go ahead and get that knocked out, because this is going to take a while. So let's go ahead and get it done. All right, so there we go. I know it's not perfect. It's not all the way under. It would be more if it was this way, but at the same time, this has to be moved out. But for now, it's underneath there, mostly. Like I did say in a previous video, this thing is going to get expanded and get bigger. Now, what I like about it is now on both sides I have room to work on the car. So if I need to move it out a little bit, it gives me you know, basically a hard surface to work on the car. Because I do want to, I'm still not happy with the way the rear suspension is on this thing. It needs to go down about another inch. So need to fine tune the back of this thing, which we'll get into in another video down the line. But there it is, it's all wrapped up, everything's put away. So like I say, I can move it out, gives me room to get in, get out, all this kind of stuff, and it's mostly out. So, and we are going to be driving this, like I've been driving it here and there periodically. We'll be driving this, I don't know, in about a week or so from now, and we'll be driving it for like a good week straight. Still need to fix the oil leak. I need to find my dang on the drain plug. I bought a drain plug for this thing a while ago. Yeah, I've misplaced it. Whatever. But hey, like I say, getting things done. We're organizing, we're getting them all done. I'm gonna order the parts for this. Like I just said, we're gonna order the parts for this in a minute. But hey, got that done. Got all the extra parts in the back of there that belong for that. So yeah, still for sale. Lots of people asking, nobody's for real. All right, that's all I was gonna do for this video. Just kind of jibber jabbering, moving some stuff around, getting a little more organized. Next video, we will be on the big Blazer. Trying to wrap that up. It's been sitting for way too long, so we got to get this back on the road. So catch you then.